MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto.
BMW as a company strives to stay ahead of the game, and such was the case with the 2004 X3 sport activity vehicle. The X3 was the first compact crossover from a luxury sedan brand. And despite a somewhat cramped interior and rough ride, its BMW honed performance made it shine. Well, now a bigger, more comfortable X3 has arrived. So is it still just as much fun to drive, or has the new X3 gone soft? Growing comfort and space were indeed the main design targets for the 2011 BMW X3 sport activity vehicle. But if our first drive is any indication, it certainly hasn't gone soft. The ride certainly has improved thanks to a redesigned anti-dive strut suspension up front and a 5-link arrangement in the rear, but it remains plenty solid, and the optional dynamic damper control allows a driver-tuned ride. A Lexus it's not, however, as optional 19-inch wheels and Pirelli low-profile tires keep things feeling taut, not plush. Handling is very responsive, but the X3 does still feel tall, and there is some head tossing, at times feeling almost like a traditional body-on-frame SUV. But on the track, traditional BMW was more the feel, as it scooted through our slalom course like a 3 Series sports sedan, which is to say fast and well-balanced despite that taller center of gravity. Steering is among the best we've felt in an SUV. Handling benefits from the xDrive permanent all-wheel drive system. In addition to being rear biased, it works with dynamic stability control to apply braking to the inside rear wheel when cornering to reduce both understeer and sharpen response. Off the line, our X3 xDrive 35i slams you in your seat as it propelled us to 60 in 6 seconds flat. The engine is strong and sounds mean. Power is immediate as we notice no turbo lag. The quarter mile passed in 14.6 seconds at 95 miles per hour, feeling smooth and progressive all the way down the track. The throttle is firm and shifts from the 8-speed automatic are quick and direct. Power for the X3 lineup comes from a pair of familiar 3-liter inline 6s. While the base xDrive 28i is normally aspirated, our xDrive 35i sports twin turbos and BMW's Valvetronic and double Vanos stepless variable valve timing for 300 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. Nice round numbers both. Also nicely rounded out is the X3's new styling. The design has been cleaned up all around, especially at the rear. It's still classic BMW up front, however, with a deep front apron and signature twin kidney grills pointing to more aggressive hood and fender lines. In profile, the look is classier with exaggerated flair for even more personality than before. A liftgate-mounted rear spoiler, a pair of polished exhaust tips, rocker trim, and fender-mounted turn signals add to the sporty persona. Inside the X3, fit and finish are improved, as is the feel of many materials, though a fair amount of black plastic remains, giving it more of an athletic feel, not rich or overly inviting. The interior is very quiet, however, and optional dual sunroofs do add an airy feel. While this may be the entry-level BMW crossover, it's still available with all the expected BMW fitment, including the latest iDrive. We found the seats from the X3 Sport Activity package a bit hard, with overly aggressive side bolstering for a utility. Most of our staff were annoyed by the flickable electronic gear shift, and the buttons for dynamic damping took some getting used to. But in typical BMW fashion, all controls are driver-oriented. Rear seats are very comfortable, and room is better, but still barely adequate. While cargo capacity, with all seats in use, actually falls a bit to 27.6 cubic feet. But the cargo floor does feature sliding rails with adjustable tie-downs for securing loads, all accessed by an optional power liftgate. Government fuel economy ratings for the 2011 BMW X3 xDrive 35i are 19 city and 26 highway, so our average of 20.1 miles per gallon of premium was disappointing. The energy impact score is a moderate 16.3 barrels of oil per year, with a carbon footprint of 8.9 annual tons of CO2. Built in Spartanburg, South Carolina, the BMW X3 xDrive 28i begins at $37,625. Our xDrive 35i is based at $41,925, but can easily crest 50 G's with options. So for a compact crossover, it is definitely pricey. But then no one ever claimed an ultimate driving machine would be cheap. And the 2011 X3 is a true BMW and a fine follow-up to the original. Its big price and sporty character won't appeal to everyone, but it's perfect for both the BMW faithful and those that have always wanted a BMW but needed more utility than a car. It will sell long and well.